Morning. Let's see. Let me refresh. I see what we got going on today. Ooh. I like this liquidity, so we're probably gonna have to be a bit more looking at intraday session liquidity. You actually fulfilled our bias that I said from yesterday that we're looking to fill this big ass gap. Look at this. We perfectly fill it, and now we're starting to get some bullish momentum. I wouldn't want to do pretty much anything here unless we get a bit more confluence, right? It's a weird state, right? We're probably not going to be looking at euro. I like this sell side right here on the lows. We do have this 50 minute. We do have a really nice formation here. Let me think about this. Whether do we actually want to short here? It's a bit weird. I don't know if we want to short necessarily. CAU as well. AU rated this liquidity. AU looks like it's gonna buy towards, like, we have these equal highs right here, and we have higher time frame draws. So I would prefer actually probably AU is looking like the best pair here. We actually inverse. We're forming this nice gap around here. Yeah, AU looks a bit better. On a retracement, and from here keep looking at buys. Asian lows already got rated. We have nice liquidity. Yeah, IU probably is looking like the best pair for today. On this goal, we need some sort of structure. We definitely need some we need some structure. So Jew's in a weird state. I wouldn't really prefer doing much here. We're more likely to be drilling towards the sell side, but this kind of looks weird, and to follow shorts off here just looks a bit weird. So I would prefer you actually here and looking at buys of this inversion. Double sell liquidity rate. We are the strongest pair, so I'm really kind of confident in us reaching higher. Kind of confident in reaching higher, back into these equal highs and back into this high resistance area. And now we're pending a 50-minute VG, but still we have to be slightly careful. This leg looks decent. We need to see a retracement or some shit. We can. This is slightly dangerous, but doesn't look necessarily like the best. Yeah, this is a day where we definitely need to wait for some intraday intraday profile in a sense. We need to wait for some more structure because we are in that battle state where we're in a range here, for example, and then we retrace, and then we don't know if we're going to continue buy. We don't have enough confluence to be continuing buy, and we don't know if we will continue sell. So it's in a weird state right now. I wouldn't really be trading euro today. Maybe if we get like a 50-minute gap higher, I would be down. Hi man, been a while. Yes bro, how are you? Are you looking to trade anything? It's weird. It's a bit weird. We need to definitely to wait for some more structure here. Same on gold. On all the pairs, we need to wait for some more structure, at least in my eyes. Euro, we're building this inversion here, which might be us holding lower, but I'm not sure I want to short. We did raid buy some liquidity here. That's why we reacted so hard actually. And we do have this inversion, so I'm kind of thinking, but this context looks, yeah, a bit weird. I would say, yeah, this Asian lows are pretty much low resistance. Like looking at this is very low resistance, a big ass void. So I would prefer short. It's just that the profile of Asia in itself looks very weird. I would still be prone on shorting here, but yeah, it's just weird. Same on G, I would prefer shorting here because we do have, again, low resistance on Asian lows, but it's just weird, bruh. We're gonna see. Let's see. We have this 50-minute here that we might be just holding lower at this right here. We might just straight up hold this lower towards our sell side, but it's just weird, right? For me, the best pair here is AU, definitely on looking at those buys. But even on those buys, we are unlike this is pretty strong, I would say, but I wouldn't really say it's gonna hold necessarily. We did build this um nice liquidity on the highs here, so I would still prefer buying on AU. Definitely, probably AU's our best pair. We will watch the risk, but they're just in a weird context, right? They're in a weird context. It's just kind of hard to read probabilities, and I don't see something very clear. I do see, for example, Euro and Jew. I do see them going lower. It's just that Asian's range is very weird. I do see us going lower from here, and I do see AU going higher. I like the sell side rate here on this, and another sell side rate, so we should probably deliver easily. We have buy side liquidity. This is probably a 4-hour AVG, yeah, but we have a 4-hour here as well, so that's why context is indeed weird. But look, we are retesting this inversion. So yeah, high code, bro, welcome. We're gonna see, but I do like here on looking for buys. It's definitely the strongest pair. We did come off a higher time frame area. We see here bearish order flow getting respected, so that might happen as well, but I would anticipate us coming back to take at least this highs or come retest them. So that's why I'm kind of bullish on it. We're gonna see, but it's definitely a bit of a harder day. It's not such clear price action or such clear buys, but for me, AU is here what I'm looking at. Geo might short, but it's just weird. Unless I see something that makes me really confident, I'm not gonna be shorting. Even Euro, I think, is gonna keep on shorting, probably again towards this, taking this low, retracing a bit deeper to fill this big ass gap. But it's just weird, right? In a buy sense, we see we had this 4-hour bearish AVG, and on the 1 hour that we have something, we're currently kind of inversing this. So say yeah, we're probably more like still printing lower on a Euro. But we're gonna see. We have to see. It's something that I would consider once I see a bit more price. AU I still like though. I would take this AU trade, retrace with some sort of like sell side rate, some sort of like some shit like this, raid, market structure shift, and then from here we're taking price. Careful at this. Pretty strong consolidation, but we have to see, right? We have to see. Overall, yeah, it's nice. Definitely, AU is the nicest pair in terms of bias, but we're gonna see. It's just a very weird state, even in Asia. This is not usually Asia would trade, because it's just like a big ass range. It's not really doing much. It's just kind of stuck. And we're also in a place where we don't know whether we're gonna continue bullish or what are we actually doing. That's what is weird. But looking at this, I would still say we're drawing on these lows with a 50-minute inversion, which can make it valid actually. If we see like some sort of sweep, we can be looking at this. So we're gonna see. They're just weird, right? Weird. We're gonna see. Actually, before Euro, probably Geo's the pair we're not looking to trade today. Just yeah, weirdness. Euro more prone to short, even if you look lower time frame. We see this kind of difference in strength here. We see how low the high was formed on Euro, and look on Geo how high it was formed. So if you want to short, we're definitely gonna look at Euro, and look, there's a big SMT here with Euro on AU. See Euro form AU formed a higher high, while Euro formed a lower high here. So it's definitely showing us that AU is the pair we want to buy, and Euro is the pair we want to short, and Geo is somewhere in the middle. So maybe on Geo we can look at some sort of retraces or some sort of like liquidity rate setups, but generally not what we want to trade. And this gold Asia looks good, but I do want to see it's weird. We do have this bearish gap here, which I feel like we're gonna hold off in. Strong consolidation, yeah, we're gonna see. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and understand here what I would like to see this fall off here on London Open. So seeing some sort of thing like this, seeing this buy sell liquidity getting raided, and from here we can look at targeting the shorts right there. This is low resistance. Yeah, so this is what we're waiting on euro. We're waiting on price to re-rate liquidity generally. It would be perfect for a London Open fake move higher to bait buyers saying, oh my god, we're buying off this gap, we're buying, we're going, we're flying, and come back, sweep this high, and then reverse. Yeah, that would be great. Actually, this is a decent setup if I'm thinking about it right now. I don't need to trade, but we have a 50-minute inversion, and for me it's pretty clear that we're gonna be drawn lower though still on euro, because it's very low resistance lows, and here we don't have much resistance. I wouldn't really be scared. I would be scared around this area. Yes, around this area I would be slightly scared, because look at this big ass consolidation. So this is definitely a big demand area. So yeah, when we reach here, sure, this is the low I would target, not this low. I talk about this many times. When a low takes liquidity, it's unlikely to get taken, and most of the time what price reacts of is to the low that actually got taken. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're gonna see. AU we already reached here, so we're gonna pay attention. I'm just gonna get ready. I do like euro buys here, AU buys, my bad. So I do like these AU buys. We have this nice buy side liquidity. I would like a deeper retracement though, but we have to see. On euro we're waiting on that sweep, and yeah, pretty much it. We're already reacting. I do like this consolidation provides structure within this kind of voided price leg, so that's fine. But even on AU I would always like to see some liquidity sweep here, because we don't have the range is very voided, so we need some sort of structure. I would like, again, a sell side liquidity rate, or we can just short off the bat on London Open. We can just continue towards the sell side, but I wouldn't really take London Open shorts. We had a really good wick here on the 50-minute VG, which is a very bearish sign, of course, very bearish sign, but I wouldn't really take this open trade. I would still wait for that yeah, that retracement back into this area. Let me drink some water though. Water. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at DAX in a long time. We had a now we have very nice raids here, very nice raid Asia setups, a lot of raid Asia setups. Even this one was pretty clean. I see UK is what is this canal? I don't know what these canal are, but yeah, we're looking at this. Let's see. This looks already like a good gap, but it's just that it's definitely a fourth trade. It's still likely for price to come back and manipulate. Like we see these equal highs here. This is actually a good trade if we get a sweep on the highs here. If we short it, is what it is. I'm down to do a demo for this, but this is just liquidity for me. It's very very obvious liquidity to get swept, right? I like this. I'm not sure if this is consolidation is strong enough to provide like a long-term movement lower on AU. That's why price is not strong enough to the point where price can actually come and take it, and we can actually target this. It's not such a big, it's kind of like a 1 hour consolidation, which is kind of in the middle relevance, I would say. It's not strong, but not weak as well. Yeah, let's see if we get that. If we don't, it's all good though. We don't need to be trading anyways. The entry got rejected here. London Open, we know it's most of the times manipulative, so I'm actually gonna look at both. Again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm being inconsistent in choosing. Like my trade frequency went down massively from the time I started scalping, because now I'm just not forcing trades anymore. I'm legitimately waiting for only the things I like to see. My trade frequency went from like 4, 5, 6 trades per day to now like lately at 1 trade at most 2 trades per day, because I'm really choosing those high quality setups, and I'm not forcing any trades, and I'm only waiting for that, right? Anyway, here I want to see some salsa rate. If price leaves without me, it leaves without me. I don't need to trade. I'm really focused on consistency. That's why I'm consistent every single day. That's what actually changed, right, and made me highly profitable, highly profitable. At least I don't want to sound arrogant or get complacent or anything, but I'm still gonna be focused on uh, being consistent. But my win rate for the past 2 weeks has been like 80%, 90%. And I'm curious if this is just a market period or this is generally how profitability looks like for me. I'm not really expecting to be winning like only win, but overall on win way more than lose. Yeah, because yeah, when you position in high quality setups and refuse to trade these low probability setups, of course you're gonna win way more. But the hard part is not letting emotions push you into those forced trades, right? Not getting complacent after you win so much. That's also such a struggle I dealt with when I was earlier in my journey. I used to get so overconfident, so there were still things it would happen to me after winning streak. I would get overconfident, so I would start like focusing less on my trading, getting complacent, and not focusing as much as I should. And the second thing is I would get scared to lose. I would get scared to for the winning streak to end in a sense, right? And how do you solve those? Where for me, I don't care about those things. I just care about being consistent, and I understand and I repeat it to myself over and over again that results or money is just a byproduct of staying consistent. So why would you focus on the result? You should really focus on the thing that actually matters and gets you those results, which is consistency in process. And that's me focusing on consistency in processes has been giving me a very consistent performance. If you actually look at this 10, 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, right? This has been giving me a very consistent very consistent performance, right? Because I'm generally just very focused on being consistent. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't trust this range to the point where I would look at a straight buy from here without seeing a sell side recovery rate. So that's pretty much it. I don't trust this. We don't need to trade as every day. Like this is how I think. I don't care if I don't trade for the day, right? I legitimately don't care if I don't trade for the day. This is very dangerous to get swept. I don't like this. It's just a scenario where I knew from yesterday that this is just gonna be a scenario where we should wait for some more structure, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't force trades anymore. I don't let emotions push me into trades, and doing this every single day, that's what actually makes you consistently profitable, and that's what's the hard part. But yeah, that's what's changed, and that's what's made me profitable. At least finally clicked, and I can say I feel, oh my god, I'm profitable. Nah, nah, I'm just I don't know, I don't care so much. I trade because I love it. I never really traded for the money. It's the reason why I started, but it's not the reason I stayed and I show up every day. I trade because I love trading in itself. Money's gonna come like inevitably when I'm gonna buy a fund that things are gonna change drastically, but it's not gonna change who I am. I'm still gonna do and take the same trades I am right now, right? It's still gonna be relentlessly consistent. This is where my focus is, and that's why I'm making consistent money, because my focus is on the thing that makes me money, not on the money itself. And what makes you money in trading is always going to be consistency in taking the best decision and taking the best trades, not 1 day per week how I used to do when I was break even, 1 2 days per week, then 4 trades for the rest. It's about being there every single day and making and taking the same trades, right? And avoiding bad trades on a consistent basis, right? What we used to do is avoid bad trades 2 days per week, then take the bad trades the rest of the 3 days, and that's why I would end up being break even. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it give it a bit more time. I think Geo is actually going lower off here, which of course it's okay, but it's not a setup I would take because we have too much trendline liquidity, and I don't trust that this is not gonna get swept here. So even if the setup works, I have kind of intuitively, I kind of have a feeling that it's just gonna go lower off here, but I don't like this trend line, and I'm not gonna get FOMO, right? I'm just gonna wait for something I like. There's no need for me to be trading when there's no good setup, but the displacement does look good here. I'm just gonna watch, to be honest. It's probably gonna melt anyways. Stop loss is not gonna be safe. Wherever we put it, this is just noise. This is just volatility. Euro looks like it's gonna melt lower, so yeah, it is what it is. Though I'm not really looking. Yeah, it just looks weird. Still prefer us seeing that retest there. That's probably the scenario I'm looking to trade. Again, even if you trade here, our stop loss is massively unsafe. So it's just these things that really make a difference long term in your profitability, right? Not getting FOMO, oh my god, price is living, price is gonna play the trade without me, right? That doesn't matter. Matter is positioning yourself in high quality scenario. This is not a high quality scenario. Where is my stop loss in a dog shit area? On liquidity, not good, right? Even AU, even if it breaks right now, I just don't trust that it's not gonna raid some sell side. This it's a very minor sell side raid. I want to see something a bit more clear for me to be taking this buys though. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna let prices develop. This is what I'm waiting for in Euro Geo. I'm not gonna trade, and then AU I'm waiting for some buys, but we need to see some strong sell side raid. We can take the demo of here, of course. We can take the demo. Where are we taking it? Probably Asian lows here. Yeah, I always trade demos when I don't want to trade the certain trade on any my funded or whatever, right? So yeah, I'm alright on doing demos though. I don't know where I position orders. Okay, yeah, because I don't want to set a stop loss here. It's just testing out my read basically on the market. We don't need to trade every read that we get in a sense, right? Not every idea is worth trading, even if it ends up being right though. That's why I will not trade something like this. Again, I'm waiting on what I want to see. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. And that's how I turn profitable basically. That's what made me profitable, so I'm never gonna not do it. Right? Because now I have proof and I know what I did to reach this point, and I'm gonna do it over and over again. No matter really what happens. I'm curious if we can probably reach this resistance. Oh my god, we're melting. Okay. I'm curious, did you give an entry here? Probably not. Yeah, it just melted, so yeah. I'm down to trim here. Let me try and do this. Limit buy. How much? We have 1,000 minus 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 6 zeros, so we need 5 zeros. 1, 2, 4. I do half on this low. I'm curious if it works like this though, I'm not sure. We're doing half here and we're letting the rest run. Again, we're practicing, we don't need to be trading every single day, remember. We don't need to be doing that. you flipped kind of bearish as well, so yeah, we ain't looking like much today, but we ain't gonna force nothing because now it's kind of so easy to keep doing the right thing once you see it work, in a sense, right? What I've seen, what happens if I don't force trades for 1 month, when I see myself actually turning profitable doing that, like it's not hard to keep doing the right thing, in a sense. Yeah, Geo melted anyways without really. This can be a decent like retracement trade, but I'm not sure I wanna necessarily take it. For now, idea is pretty small for us to retrace here, and we don't have internal liquidity, so for now I'm not really gonna force anything. We're just gonna sit and watch. And this is final here. This is a really strong rebalance right here. Really strong. Sort of like a 3-hour trade, but again, this is definitely a lower probability setup. It's not a setup I would trade, definitely not. Even if you have a clean read on the market and it works, it doesn't mean you should be taking the trade, because as I said, look at our stop loss. This is not a safe spot for our stop loss, and not even a good entry that we had. We didn't have a lot of momentum lower. It's just, yeah, lower probability setup, so that's why we use demos. Or if you have the luxury of having a lot of accounts, you can, if you have a small account, you can just be kind of doing these gambles on a small account, in a sense, right? For now, we're looking like we're still gonna be bearish, but yeah. How is that TP not hit though? We just throwed on the lows there, but I don't know how the TP's not hit. Yeah, I don't know why there exists spread on the demo, but we're gonna let it be for now, just for funsies. But it should have been out. I don't know. Like, this is weird about demos. Why do demos have spread? It doesn't really make sense, does it? I'm not sure whether can you actually I want to see a way. I'm not sure whether you could have changed the fact that you have spread on a demo, like, bruh. Yeah, now we're reacting, but it is what it is. It's a demo, so I'm not gonna close. Like, come on, bruh. We're just gonna see what they do. But Jew's way weaker, way weaker than Euro. Weird, because I would have expected Euro to be weaker than Jew here, but we clearly see on this candle, look at this, how Jew's molten and Euro still stalling a bit. And you flipped bearish, but I don't really think it's something we want to be trading here. Yeah, we don't want to be trading this. We have this nice buy side, but we have this 50-minute right now, so maybe we can have like a very short-lived idea, but we don't have internal. That's the sad part about this. We can maybe look for a reaction of these lows here and look to target that buy side, but Why do demos have spread, Gengi? Should have been out on this, but we ain't. Because price went 1 pip, almost 1 pip below our take profit, and we still haven't gotten out. But let's see if this ends up holding lower. I would still anticipate us having one more reaction lower before potentially reversing, but if it does, it does, right? We should have been out on this. So still, we had a good read on the market, no matter if this demo ends up reversing or not, pretty much. We have this big ass 50-minute, so relatively decent potential retracement trade, but I wouldn't really be buying into. Yeah, it's just a forced setup, right? Definitely is a forced setup, even if we work. It still looks like a good gap here to be taking those buys though. Yeah, towards that 50-minute, and then pursue lower prices, but yeah, it's just a risky. It's forced. Demo did us dirty. Could have closed manually, but I'm not gonna do that on a demo. Results don't really matter. I know that my idea was right, so I'm just gonna let the demo do its thing. We don't have internal when I'm looking at these. When I'm looking at these counter trend trades where we take external and target internal, we need to have internal liquidity as well. We cannot really only have a POI, right? So let's see gold, what did gold doing? Probably just not doing shit. Yeah, actually reacted lower of where I said it will, but yeah, GU as well, just stalling. I see a potential short of this on the sell side, but I don't like that we have so many rejections on the low here. Now, actually, if we build these equal highs and start going lower into external, we might have that counter trend trade. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we do have it. Demo did us dirty. I don't know what's happening with my TikTok, bro, but it's like I'm shadow banned in a sense. My videos get the same views. I'm not really worried about views and so on, but they all get like 94, 95. It's like my... Yeah, it's weird. Like it's shadow banned or some shit. No, the demo did us dirty. No, don't lose the demo, please. Let's try and read price. I would... we might actually reverse off this. Yeah, we probably will, but we should have been out here, but it's all good though. Maybe hold this lower. I would anticipate a retest here or here. The 15-minute gap is getting closed as well, so yeah, this is pretty bullish, I would say, even on AU. But yeah, it's just a very weird price action to be trading within. Very weird. So I don't even know. I'm gonna set a bit more, but I don't really like how price is looking today. I don't really be looking to trade this price action necessarily. Yeah. Euro reaching that, I mean, it's not even confirmed, but yeah, I really wouldn't be looking. We're probably waiting for New York today. They all look bullish, right? They all look like they're about to switch bullish. Look at these wicks that we're getting off the sell side. This is a good rejection on going higher, but not a good trade, definitely. Somehow I still see it going lower, but yeah. I don't think it's something we want to be trading. Yeah, this is probably gonna get stopped out though, but I don't care. This demo would have been a win if there wouldn't be spread on the fucking on a fucking demo. Goddamn, why is there a spread on demo, gangy? Like, come on, bruh. And it's not necessarily that worrying because the leg is very one-sided, and usually when this happens, we still get bearish delivery. So I'm just curious about what's gonna happen here, but yeah, not looking like we're gonna have a trade this London. Even if we come back and reclaim this, it's just very weird price action that I don't necessarily want to be part of. Right, I don't really want to be part of price action like this. It's very range boundy in a sense. Very range bound, but just better off to really, I think in a case like this it's just better off to take London off. We're not every trading day is gonna be a trading day, so. But yeah. Hi Silviera, I don't know how to pronounce that, but hi. Welcome to the stream. Why is there a spread on a demo, gangy? Let's see, I'm curious if it's still gonna... Yeah, I'm curious about this. It's very weird though. Very, very weird. Like, AU is rejecting so many times of this low. And we still have that buy side liquidity, but... And we still have also internal liquidity as well, but... It's just very fucking weird. Yo, what's good, bro? What's good? No, don't reverse on me, demo. But why though? I'm curious. Let me ask ChatGPT. Why is there spread on TradingView demo? Can you deactivate it? The spread you see is simulated to make the trading conditions closer to real market. Unfortunately, oh, you cannot remove. Sad. Why, bruh? At least on the demo, let me trade without spread, bro. At least on the demo. Let's see, Jill's the weakest. Definitely Jill's the weakest. Oh, no, kind of weird though. Let's see Nasdaq. What is Nasdaq doing though? Nasdaq is just in a big Asian range. What do we have? Thinking about a counter trend trade. We cannot trade DAX anyway, so yeah, already played out pretty much. Yeah, this is about to get stopped out. The spread did us dirty here. At least we closed. I think I closed one on Asian lows here. So let's see out of curiosity. Count history. We closed. Let me see. Oh, it's probably gonna be around break even in total. But yeah, we might come back into this 10% lower prices, but this is just weird fucking price action, bro. If you're trading this, you're trolling. You be trolling if you're trading this. Yeah, probably no trade today. Gold not do much. It's maybe gonna be like a New York sesh. I mean, we have buy side, we have a 15-minute gap here, which can make this a valid trade, but again, it's just forced. They're all forced today. They all look forced. They all look forced. But it's interesting how nice they all reacted to liquidity. They all took this previous daily Asian low, pretty much, and then massively reacted of it. Euro, GU went a bit lower, but they all kind of reacted very nicely. Very nice sweep. Look at it. Look at GU is probably the cleanest case here, with the wicks doing all the damage, bodies closing above. This is really nice. It's really nice, but definitely not for us to be trading within. Yeah. Not every trade, not every day is gonna be a trading day. Even if you scalp, I thought when I'm gonna scalp, I'm gonna be trading every single day. I'm gonna have so many trades, I'm gonna get bored. But it's not really like that, bro. Realistically, it's not really like that. If you wanna turn profitable, you're gonna have some days where you don't trade. The market is not always gonna provide opportunity, even if your trade frequency is very high. There's gonna be days, still gonna be days where you don't trade. But yeah, this was just my read for Euro on a demo. And other than that, I still see AU going lower though, but I don't really want to be trading into these, bruh. Just riskier. We have a 50-minute inversion with a 50-minute gap here, but after these rejections, once I got taken, what are we actually targeting? We don't have a clear target. This is not sell side. If we wouldn't have taken this, yeah, that would have been sell side, but like this is just rejection. That's what makes the difference. Oh no, my demo. But yeah, still a good read though. Just spread this 30 here. Now Sosa got taken on all the pairs, so our sell idea is basically over. Like, we ain't looking to be trading this shit right there. What are we looking to target if we don't have sell side present? We don't have anything to target. So at least at this point, our only idea becomes buys. And are we seriously buying here? Yeah, on AU my idea was bullish, but into this price action like this, I don't want to trade. And Euro as well, we just need a lot of more structure to be buying. Even on Euro, I wouldn't buy on Euro, but even let's say we need to see this inverse, we need to see a lot of structure, we need to see retracement, sell liquidity rate, and then look to be buying. But that's gonna take a lot of time. That's why I say it's gonna be most likely New York today. Even on GU, massive reaction here on GU, but still, like, we need a lot of structure to be trading into this. But it's weird, right? Even GU higher time frame. I'm looking at it. Let me close this chart. We don't need to be watching two charts at this point. Considering this sell side rate, I'm really expecting GU to start printing bullish off here, but it's not a necessity. It can be something temporary because we still have this FVG here, so we can still hold lower. But the reason why I would expect higher prices because we rated the sell side, and this was, I think, a 4-hour FVG. We filled this gap almost perfectly here, and now we just have a clear way taking higher. The only reason I would say we might not print higher is because this high here already took liquidity, but it's just weird. Very weird state. So if we see, maybe if we see like a strong 50-minute gap higher, we can consider buys though, but we need to wait a lot. And even like this, let me delete this alert. Our sell idea are instantly validated for today because all the sell side that we were looking to target got taken. And I realized with time that a solid draw is 80% of the trade, bro. 80%. Draw liquidity, or you having a bias and knowing that price is gonna draw somewhere and being confident in that is 80% of the trade. 80% entry is just timing, and that's it. If our sell side, our draw got taken or already got hit, our idea is over. That's why I took this short, because we had sell side to target. and we were coming off of 51 AVG. We had sell side to target. That draw got taken. Now we reverse. We cannot be shorting anymore. Because now, what reason does price have to go lower? In a sense, you get what I mean? What reason does price have to come here? Yeah, maybe come back to this higher time frame area, but that's just a very big gamble to try and predict this. I would say still we're likely on reaching lower because the sell side rate is really shallow. We only went below the objective like a couple, not even a pip here. And the price leg is very one-sided, and usually they get delivered. So when we have legs like this, but not something we wanna do. Gold is weird as fuck, bruh. This Asia's huge. The fuck is this Asia though? I think we had some sort of news today, innit? And it's weird because we have a 15 MPI, 15 MPI, so it's battling between those again, yeah. I want to see what cryptos are doing. I haven't checked crypto in a while. Oh yeah, we're starting to be a bit bearish even on Bitcoin. Oh my god, it was at 125. Look at this short here though. I think there was one guy that was on the stream that was trading cryptos, and he actually caught the short. This was actually really nice. Buy sell liquidity rate into 4-hour inversion. This was your entry on lower. Take this sell side. Very fucking clean. Counter trend trade. I would still want to see Bitcoin come way lower, like come take this low, but it doesn't have to happen. We might come overall in this area and hold from here, so like 185 overall we can hold this previous consolidation, but now we're looking pretty decent on being bearish. This is also good here, this gap. Interesting, but for now we're looking pretty bearish. This was a very nice trade here, bro. Ethereum, like my buy on Ethereum was absolutely fucking crazy, bro, and I closed it. I needed the money and I closed this trade. Look where I bought. This was my buy here. This was my target. Bruh, imagine how much it hurts. But I needed the money. I couldn't do pretty much anything. 1.6, so basically like a 2R, almost 1.6R. But why did I buy here? Where I don't even remember. We had this massive sell side rate. That's what I remember. That I like this sell side rate, and we had overall this resistance here, which I didn't expect to get taken. This was a clear area for me to be buying from, and look what I bought on 4-hour. Just same ICT concepts. I was just like, how I buy on cryptos is when I see bullish FVGs get respected and bearish FVGs get disrespected. We see in this downtrend, we had bearish FVGs keep getting respected here, here. But here we inversed and we formed a bullish gap. Here's what I bought. I got filled a bit badly. I think on this also I bought, and this was a very good accumulation period. When we inversed this big ass gap, just bro, if I had money to just like throw around in crypto, I would have stacked so many position on this retest right here. Oh my fucking god, that would have been great. And then yeah, here I wouldn't probably have bought. Maybe here I would have bought again. This was a very good opportunity as well. We could have bought again here, and if we would have bought here on this 4-hour, we would have had another like 70%. This would have been a good scaling point. Sell side liquidity rate, 4-hour FVG getting inverse, 4-hour bullish FVG get printed. So it's the same fucking concepts you apply when you trade on cryptos as well, except you apply them on a higher time frame. Yeah, this would have been clean as fuck. And the same idea was on, I think, I'm curious if Tesla went higher. Yeah, oh my god, look at my area where I was buying. Around this area I actually end up holding. I want to see where's XRP. Oh shit, XRP kind of the same. They're just the same concepts, bro. Where is it? We had I don't know what this zone is. I don't fully remember. I think it's a weekly, some sort of weekly FVG equilibrium prices of the range. And then again, just inversion, bullish inversion. Bought here, take profit where? This high. Look at this. This happens, bro, and there's gonna be a lot of more opportunity. Even though I close these, there's gonna be a lot more opportunity to be buying. Oh my god, this was a very clean buy. Remember, even though we were slow, we had this on Solana. We had this really nice sell side liquidity rate here, And then the same idea, master good price for buys, sell side liquidity rate and ratio VG getting inverse by here. Kind of struggle a bit, but yeah, it was very clean. That's why I really want to get money from trading, to be really kind of playing with cryptos as well, because on these ideas I would have been able to make a lot of money, at least on this Ethereum buy, which I called. I was legitimately in this buy right here. And this was my take profit, this and this. But sometimes you need the money. That's why it's not, when you invest, make sure you invest money that you actually don't need. Let's get back to our forex though. Yeah, stagnating. It's not doing shit though. Not doing much. But yeah, those buys were clean as fuck. I can't wait to get like another opportunity. Even if, let's say, we don't get a big ass retracement towards here, we're still gonna have pretty decent buy opportunities of equilibrium. Like, we just gotta wait for the retraces. That's what I realized with cryptos. Look, on this, so it's exactly where we have equilibrium. So even we don't need massive amounts of profit. We can buy off this equilibrium level. We still get a 25%, which is decent. But on Bitcoin, that's the bad part. You need hella fucking bends. You need a lot of money to be making money. I would still. That's why I would usually look at Ethereum or some shit like this, right? But Ethereum, I feel like it's gonna retrace, like even like this, around this consolidation, I would say. And again, we get like a 60%. So there's always gonna be opportunities. There's always gonna be opportunities because the market always goes high, has a rally, then retraces, right? The same we did here. Massive rally, massive retracement, and here a lot of buy opportunities. Here buy opportunities, here buy opportunities. So we just have to be patient on retracing, waiting for that retracement to buy and taking profits on our objective. Because I had a friend, bro, that had so much money in profit on crypto and refused to take any fucking profits. He was big in this, and this is a dead project, but he was very big in this. I'm not sure if he was on all-time highs, but bro, he was up like a lot, right? This is a very small size crypto. He was like 34x, and he said, nah, I'm not gonna take any partials. I'm just gonna let it run, like thinking like the market never fucking goes back and retraces. And then he gave back all that profit to now be here at actually negative. So that's actually crazy, bro. You need to be trimming when you be trading. It's the same as trading, right? When you, let's say you trade euro or you trade anything, you have multiple objectives. When price reaches an objective, you need to take some partials, because that objective most of the times causes a retracement. Even in here, we reach that objective, we cause a retracement. We reach that objective, we cause a retracement. We reach that objective, we cause a retrace. It always happens. And that's how you can actually multiply your money. Think about it. Because let's say you buy from here to here. Here you take your money, wait for the retracement, and reinvest those money that you just made. And you, this way you keep growing your account, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but here you make a 2x, you close your 2x, now you invest that 2x here, now you make a 4x, now you wait for a retrace, now you invest those 4x again, now you make an 8x, and you just keep multiplying your money. But it has to be smart, and most people don't have the discipline. They're just really fucking greedy, I'm not gonna lie. But that's how I would do it. If I would have money to just play around with cryptos, that's how I would fucking do it. I would just take a buy from here to next objective. Objective gets met, I take half of the position off, I wait for the retracement, I reinvest that half of the position, and keep doing this until, I don't know, you have a lot of fucking money, basically. That's what I would do, at least. Because it's about like really scaling in capital. That's how you're gonna really, if you think about it, that's how you're really gonna multiply your money a lot. Because if you don't take partials, how the fuck are you gonna multiply your money? How that friend of mine had fucking here, bruh. He had so much money, it was crazy. Like even here, let's see, you bought here. This was your objective. Look at this. So buy here. This was your objective. Here you take trims. You wait for a retracement. You scale back in. Boom. Again, here you take partials. You wait for a retracement. You scale back in. You just keep doing the same shit over and over again. Right, and that's how you really multiply the money. And then you pull the plug at this But people are like, nah, if it's going right now, it's gonna keep going over and over again. But that's not true, bro. Like, no matter what market it is, it always fucking retraces. It always retraces. That's not gonna change. It's always gonna retrace. And look at this project now. Fucking dead. Dead as fuck, bruh. Just keep consistent, very short of flow. I tried buying, but I bought really small position here, but it's just very fucking dead. Like, it's very clear. Maybe it's gonna start going bullish, but look at these rejections. It's very strong. But it was at, bro, imagine it was at 545, bro. 545, and now it's at 12. Now it's at 12. Think about that shit. He had a lot of buys at around 30 and 50. At around here, he had massive buys. And think about it. 600x, bro. That's a lot of money. Because we're talking crypto, and cryptos you really invest way more money than in a trade position, right? You invest way more money. Think about that shit. And now, even though he sees that this is dead, he says, "Nah, I keep investing money in this, bro. Bro, are you fucking serious? Like, don't you see this is dead? It's a dead fucking project. There is no news coming from it. How are you still being biased and still married emotionally to this, right? He doesn't see because he's emotional about it. You have to accept, okay, this is a dead pair. I'm gonna take my loss and go invest in Ethereum, bro. In Ethereum, this buy, he had the opportunity to get in this buy, and I told him, bro, go into Ethereum, go into Solana, go into an XRP. He didn't stop. But some people are like this, right? And it happens a lot of times in trading. We're very married to a bias, right? This also happened to us. So we're married to a trade idea playing, and we're not accepting that the trade is reversing on us and that we should close the trade. That happens a lot of times with us as well in trading, not only in investing. But yeah, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy. But with time, yeah, that's why trading is gonna be such an advantage, bro. Because with trading, you're gonna build the habits and you're gonna build this emotional control that you're gonna be able to use in cryptos as well. Like, I'm sure most people, most of you guys are already thinking to invest in crypto once you actually make fucking big bands from trading. In my opinion, it would be stupid not to, right? Like, I think from every payout, portion of the payout should go to investing, whether it be crypto, gold. Actually, gold is a very good like, come on, bruh. This pair has been running gold, Tesla, Nvidia. I would buy in, like, Nvidia again. I had one buy from around here. Look how much Nvidia fucking rallied, right? They're all good SPX. You can buy, like, this was a very good buy when Trump fucking manipulated the markets to get a better buying price, bruh. Like, there's always opportunity, right, to be making money. It's just about really deciding to put that money there and not touch it. Because I did put the money there, but I touched it. I bought a new PC with this money. I don't regret it. But if I would have waited a couple more months, how much is this? Not even 3 months, bro. If I would have waited 3 months, I could have bought 3 PCs like this. It's just about patience, really, and using money that you don't need. For me, I used all my money on this, so I needed the money in a sense, but it would be stupid not to invest. There's cryptos, there's like SPX, like indices, there's a lot of things you can invest on. And on the future, of course, real estate, bruh. Like, why wouldn't you invest in real estate? It's such a good thing. I would definitely invest in real estate, like, massively. Real estate, cryptos, like general investments. I would still very massively invest in all these, except like this euro and gold, and oh, I shouldn't have deleted gold, but NGG. I would probably invest in all of these. I don't know about Doji though, but I would just dump money here, dump fucking hella bands in this, because on the long term, if you keep dumping, and doing that thing that we talked about, where we trim on objectives and rescaling on the retracement, bro, you're gonna make so much fucking money, so much money. And considering you also make money from trading, bruh, like, come on, you're building wealth. Definitely you can use these to build wealth. Then you're gonna have like millions in fucking cryptos, and you can chill for the rest of your life. And you're gonna have real estate producing again, kind of passive income. You're gonna have so much money to play around with. You're legitimately gonna have wealth. But first, you're gonna build that wealth from trading. At least that's my plan. And it looks like it's finally fucking happening, which is crazy. It looks like I finally am starting to be profitable. Boom, boom, boom. Keep that. Definitely not gonna be wasting money, bro. Like, of course, you should be. At least that's my opinion. You should be spending money, a certain amount of money on things you like a car, like stuff like that. But that should be a small percentage. I would say like 30% of a payout. Let's say 30%, 40% you should spend on, I don't know, go buy some new clothes, go buy some things you like, go buy a new phone, buy things like that, travel or whatever. But the rest should really be dealt smart with. At least at the start, most of the income should be invested. When your income is going to get bigger, you don't need to invest that much. But that's at least my opinion on how I see things. You can make so much money on this market. The market is always going to retrace, so you're always going to have opportunities to get back and get in the market, right? Tesla goes up at some point. Look, we take this range high with retrace. So look at this, like it's the same thing, right? Imagine you bought somewhere here and you target this high, right? You reach this high, you trim all your position, you maybe even close all your position, then you wait for the retracement. Price retraces, and then you reinvest all these money that you just made. I wouldn't really take money out of crypto to just spend. I would just be focused on really multiplying it, to be honest. Like, such a cheat code, bro. We have so much opportunity in our time and age, and with social media as well, bro. Like, if you guys are traders, bro, start social media, please, man. It's such a shame. It's free, bro. It's free. It's free. First of all, it's gonna be like a journal for you. You can actually look back and, oh my god, look this, look this, look this, look what I was doing at that time in my life. And second of all, it's actually gonna you can make hella fucking benefits of social media, bro. There's once you reach monetization, once you reach partner brands and you reach sponsorships and so on, you can make so much more money from social media. And what did it cost you at the end of the day? Pretty much nothing. It doesn't really cost you anything, because you can just record a video of your phone, or you can just install OBS and just record your PC, right? It doesn't really cost you much, but you have to be consistent, and it's not gonna build overnight. Because even me, I have this YouTube channel for, I don't even know, can I even see, I think 1 year something, and I'm at 200 subs. For me, I'm grateful for these 200 subs, and I thank you for that. And yeah, it's gonna take some time, right? And I posted pretty consistently on this as well. But my goal was never money, even with social media. I do it because I like it. But think about it. You can make money from YouTube. You can make money from Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, even Facebook. There's so many social medias you can actually make money from. And think about how much income that is, bruh. Think about how much income that shit is. That's why most traders actually go on this route. They do trading and do social media, then they sell courses or whatever. But it would be a shame not to do social media. And nowadays, bro, it's fucking free, bro. And you don't need to post your face, right? You don't need to post necessarily your face. You see me, I'm not posting my face. Sometimes I do. Maybe I will in the future again. It's not like I'm necessarily, I don't know, shy or some shit. I'm not shy, but I just want to be focused on the charts in a sense. And I need some better lighting in my room. I definitely need that. But start social media, bro. There's people that generally record themselves just talking to the phone, like recording a Snapchat, and they are like a fucking 100k followers or 200k followers. That's all they do. It is uncomfortable, yes. At first, it is uncomfortable to start posting yourself, but there's always growth outside your comfort zone. That's where opportunity lies. That's where money lies. That's where everything lies. Because even if I have a lot of posts on my Instagram, bro, and I didn't really grow a lot, right? Didn't really grow a lot, but that doesn't make me stop. Just keep posting. At some point, I know I'm gonna grow at some point. I think my reels are good, but at some point I'm gonna grow. So that's all that really matters. Of not giving up, staying consistent, and at some point you're gonna reach where you can actually make money. I'm curious how much YouTube's gonna pay you if you reach monetization, but probably not crazy amount. I think most of the money you actually made from sponsors and so on, but and watch time. Oh yeah, and you can also stream on Kick, bro. Like that shit is crazy, bro. You can stream on Kick and make just get paid because you're streaming. They pay you like I think between $12 and $16 per stream because you're just streaming, bro. So I can actually make money just because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just trading and pressing start live stream. That's all I'm doing. Like you guys are trading also, right? You're trading, you're there. If you're at your desk every day, it's not hard to just press start streaming and you can actually reach to make, like if you think about it, $12 is not little money. You can actually have like, if you think, let's say $12 and you stream, let's say 5 hours per day, you make $60. That's fucking money, bro. Over 5 days per week, that's $300 you just make like that just because you're doing your trading. And you, the only difference is that you're pressing start stream. You just from streaming you make that, and we're not calculating the nations and all these things that actually can go in, and the fact that from the live stream you're gonna clip the live stream, post to YouTube content, and then post short form content, which both make you money, bro. Like come on, it's just like a money glitch in a sense. It's such like a money glitch because everything starts from the fact that you're pressing live stream. Then you have clippers that clip the live stream, make it into YouTube content and short form content, and then you're making money from both of them and actually growing at the same time. Like, okay, this is actually a decent short here. I was thinking about this, but it's just a forestry. I don't want to do this. This was another idea right here. Like, it's a shame not to start doing social media, bro. You can make so much money from it, basically so much money from it, and it's gonna act as a safety net when for your trading, so you don't have pressure when you're trading, so you can actually be pretty chill when you, I don't know, have a losing streak or whatever. You have social media or have this income to back you up. So social media trading and investment, bro, like that shit. And think about, it's already 3 incomes. Imagine if you sell courses, which I don't think I'm ever gonna do, to be honest. I'm not sure. Sell courses and like have a clothing brand or some shit, which I also want to do in the future, bro. It's already so many incomes. Like at that point you're a fucking millionaire, bro. How much money you're making. Like it's massive fucking wealth. It's just about really taking those steps towards it. And yeah, and around the skill, that's at least that's my plan. I do want to make a clothing brand. I think that shit is pretty cool at some point. And at that point, when you have those things, you're fucking set for life, bro. Your kids are set for life. They don't need to do anything. You're legitimately having so much money coming in that you can pretty much do anything that you want with your life at that point. Pretty much. Especially the social media, bro. Like, it's so many things only from social media. So you get paid by Kick for streaming, you're gonna get paid for YouTube content, you're gonna get paid by Instagram, Facebook, and all these short form content. Think about it. And that's just by you posting videos, not thinking about the sponsors and all these things that you can actually get from social media, bro. Like, that's crazy. That's so much money I can even imagine, bro. That's why even TGR and all these people, they make a lot of money from their social media, bro. From their social media, from its course. Look at this guy. This guy has 860k. Let me see. YouTube income check. Can I see? Can we actually see how much money he's making, TGR, from his YouTube channel? Look at this, bro. He's making 35k just from YouTube, bro. Like, come on. Yearly estimated earnings. Look at this, 200k. I wouldn't, of course, it's not that small, but let's see how much he makes on a video. Can we see? Look, he makes 1k on a video, bro. and that's estimated. That's just like from ad revenue. That's not considering sponsors and so on. He's making 1K per video, and he got like he gets a lot of views though, but he's still making hella fucking bands. And think about, we're not thinking about Instagram and all these things. And I don't think this is so accurate anyways, but let's see. I have to enter the URL. Okay, can I don't really trust that these sites are accurate though. Oops, bro. Estimate your pace YouTube channel. Let's see. He made 400,000 in total, and he makes estimately 11k from just YouTube, and from Instagram is fucking gross, bro. Instagram money calculator. Can we actually do this? I'm actually curious because he's pretty fucking big on Instagram, and he has so many clippers on Instagram. It's fucking crazy, bro. He has so many clippers. He has 1.1 million. 1.1 million. What do I mean influencer pricing? How the fuck am I supposed to know this data? Oh, okay. Engagement rate 2. Per post, bro. What? He makes 2k per post, and he posts fucking dog shit videos, bro. Look at this guy. Look at what he posts. Look at this.
I would love getting contact in era or seater. They actually let me sit in it.
Bro, he just records himself and he makes 2k, bruh. Oh no, that's fucking crazy. He just records himself and he makes 2k. It's fucking crazy though. Nah, it's fucking crazy to be honest. It's all good, bro. What's up? What's up? We were just talking about yeah, TGR, I guess, and that you guys should start social media though. We're taking this demo. It's probably a gamble, but it's a demo though. No real trades today, bro. How are you? Did you trade today? It's kind of rejected of this 1 minute though. That's why I say this is not liquidity, because it already took so much massive liquidity. This is just rejection in a sense, but we're gonna see. We're definitely not looking at we're definitely not looking like we're gonna have any trades today though. Yeah, it's just weird. We need to wait for New York. New Yorkies. Maybe if we break higher right now. Let me think about this, but it's still kind of forced. We do have this buy side though, which is what I like, but that's such a weird price action, bro. I don't think we want to be trading into this. It looks like it's gonna break. If we reverses this, we can technically be taking this buys into this price action. I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm not sure I want to do that. You're stalling, bro. They're not doing anything. So we definitely need to be waiting for New York. Oh yeah, it looks like it's actually gonna short back into this. Then maybe reverse. I'm not sure though, but yeah, it's definitely no trade day for me. At least in London, definitely in London. It looks like a no trade day. Gold is weird. I mean, considering how much Asia fucking printed, definitely gold will not do anything in London. This is probably the whole London move. We're very likely. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream a bit early today. We don't have any trades. Yeah, we just talked a bit more than usual. So, I mean, I'm gonna let this open for like 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go smoke a cig. And yeah, I don't suggest you guys to be trading this. It depends on your strategy, but I wouldn't suggest you guys be trading this London. because it looks weird. It looks very weird. What you K did? Nothing. Oh, we actually reversed here. This didn't I say that? Or am I tripping? I don't know why I was thinking about a reversal here. Nice retest, boom, boom, but it doesn't look long term. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this open just for funsies and we're gonna see. But I really think it's more unlikely. It's more likely to play buys from here than sells. Oh, that's what I would say here. Because of these lows. Just too much resistance on the lows, and it's way more likely to just come towards these equal highs, which are low resistance overall. So, yeah. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah, as I said, this is more likely to be bullish. That's why we demo it. But I would be buying here, bro. But the context is so fucking weird. This is a very strong consolidation that this middle part of the range is very strong. Melon fruit bake. I'll bake above retest and then maybe. Okay. If we see like something like this, I would be down to take this because we have very low resistance liquidity. But I don't like this is a very dangerous pattern that we should be really careful when trading this something like this. I do like our draw though. I do like that we have these equal highs here, which is a really solid draw to be taken, but unless we break this middle part of the range, we're not gonna reach that. We need to see some sort of initiation, some sort of retracement, and then maybe see. I don't know. I won't really be forcing something unless I see something really clear and price is really showing me that's just willing to reach into those highs. Yeah. Even if we do, let's kind of think ahead. We can get pretty decent R. We can get like a 2R if we actually beat this properly. 6 pips. And maybe this we can target, we can leave runners, but leaving runners on a very small account is not really ideal because, yeah, not really ideal, but. We're gonna see Euro, definitely not. Maybe. Not even if we come. It's just weird as fuck, bruh. I would still be down, maybe, but let's see whether we initiate. We could have also marketed here, but I don't like this. It's very risky to trade inside of the equilibrium of the range. This also, I would be confident in this because of the sell side, the rejection we build on the sell side. So let's see if we actually get that retracement. If we don't, I'm not gonna trade this, but. My bias was bullish and it was bullish off here, and I did say that we're gonna likely go bullish off this towards these equal highs. But let's see if we get a retracement. If we do, I'm down to take these buys. Otherwise, not really. So we need to see some sort of retracement. Or we might just like mark it off here, just hold this higher, but I wouldn't really do that. I'm gonna mute for like 5 minutes and yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm really thinking about executing, but I still think because I'm really confident on us drawing hard though. But I feel like we still need to see a bit more in a sense, right? A bit more in a sense. I will do. Yeah, it looks like getting disrespected. So this inversion is not good. Yeah, we're probably still gonna hold lower off here. Still, yeah, we rejected that close above. Yeah, this is true. Good thing I didn't take it. At least not now. We might come back into this and then hold higher, but it's just looking like a forced trade, to be honest. Why I'm confident in us drawing higher is because we rejected so many times and so strongly off this low right here. Really confident in us reaching higher, but this pattern right here is very, very dangerous to be trading in. So this is probably the best choice is just to sit on the bench and wait for a better setup. Um, Overall, yeah, it's probably the better choice. As I said, unless I see something really clear that makes me really confident in trading into this big ass goofy ass pattern, I'm not gonna do it. Euro looks like it's gonna short, but this trend line liquidity is really risky. We have so much trend line liquidity that is very, very risky to be trading lower. I would be slightly down on trading euro lower because we have this shallow liquidity rate, and that kind of usually is actually more sales are being built. But yeah, with that trend line liquidity, we don't have a safe stop loss. Once again, very unsafe stop loss here. That's why I'm gonna do a demo once again on this. But yeah, this looks pretty bearish on AU. Just keep rejecting. I think this red zone is like, yeah, it's a 50-minute VG, kinda. This 50-minute VG, and we keep rejecting it. So we're probably gonna reach lower. We also had this. Okay, I didn't even notice this. We had this small. Yeah, this is very choppy behavior, very strong. Yeah, we rejected very hard. So unless we, I don't know, come back and go strong above, I'm not interested in this. But yeah, this looks like a good short, but trend line liquidity. Again, I'm waiting. I'm not forcing any trades. It's the same thing I'm doing, and I need to do it over and over again. It's not negotiable. It's not something I negotiate with myself with. Oh, should I take this? Should I take it? Nah, if the trade is dog shit, I'm hell not taking it. Hell nah. So yeah, trendline liquidity is just better off to wait for the sweep. If we would have gotten the sweep, I might have considered us targeting this equal low right here once again. But like this, it's just likely to get that sweep again, and AU rejected massively, which is the reason why I said we should be really, really careful at trading around this pattern. This is a pattern I see a lot, and it's very, very dangerous, especially the middle part of the range. Depending on how we behave, it kind of dictates what we're gonna do next. The fact that we rejected it again here, see how crazy accurate this close is here with the bodies, that shows us bearish intent. Does that mean we should take shorts? Nah, hell no. But your RDL looks like it's gonna play out again here, but it's all good though. Not worthy opportunities in my eyes, right? Not worthy, definitely. Geo also looks like it's gonna short, but just like got taken. It's just right. It's pretty visible with a clear eye that these are four trades, definitely. And also, it's very weird price action today. We might get this week. Maybe we'll get it later on during the day, but we need to wait for some structure like this. This is not gonna be a trading day, at least London, right? So yeah, this is probably where I'm gonna end my stream. I'm gonna take some time off, just take a nap, and be back for New York. I'm gonna try and get back into editing YouTube videos and posting YouTube videos, because I feel like most of you guys would actually enjoy watching YouTube videos and recaps in a sense of what went down in the trading week. And I used to do those videos, and I'm trying to get back into it, because it's like watching like weekly summaries of what happened in these lives, right? So just cutting the highlights, only posting the highlights or the important part, the trades and so on. And it's so easy to watch them, to the point where I think you guys would enjoy it as well, and I would enjoy having that kind of, I don't know, present on my channel in a sense. So I'm gonna get back into editing those a bit more. Lately I've been getting into the rhythm with my shorts, and I'm gonna start editing Let me see. I want to before I end my stream. I want to see something. When did I start scalping? Cause I want to do. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so many videos to edit. I know I had this, so I started 2 weeks ago. There's no fucking way this was 2 weeks ago. I thought it was way longer. Okay. Okay, I thought this was longer, so not that much content. I probably have like 1 month of content to edit, but it's all good. I wanna do it from since I lost the funded account to then transitioning into a scalper, then hitting my head with scalp and learning things, and then coming back into and basically reaching profitability at this point. So I think you guys would enjoy that, and that's what I'm gonna try and work on these days. And I'm gonna see you in New York. This day I'm definitely gonna stream New York. Yesterday I didn't stream New York because I already took a W for London, and I'm usually just stopping for the rest of the day, and didn't see any opportunities neither. But I'm gonna be back for New York. Until then, I'm just gonna focus on editing and finishing this video. So thank you guys for being here. I love you, and I'm gonna see you. Even if it breaks right now, I'm not taking this shit. I'm gonna